Right then, hello, welcome to Model Kit Stuff. It's B17 update video time. Not done one of these for a few weeks, partly because we started doing the build videos, and partly because I've been away on holiday. But I just wanted to show you where I'm up to. So I have the fuselage together, as you can see, and the wings and tail on. And I've gone for the approach of putting all the guns in before we paint. So you can see that we've got those in. It's just so much easier to paint these things in position because you've got to do filling and stuff, which means you've got to install those guns. But it's not a biggie. We can partly mask them off and then we can paint them in afterwards. So as you can see, I've got my glazing on and that's masked as well. I am having a little problem with these vinyl masks, which I've not had before, and it's particularly on this turret where they're peeling off. So I don't know whether there's an issue with the adhesive this time or it's just the acuteness of the curve. I rather think it might be the other. Now, I've not experienced that problem before with vinyl masks, and it's making me think I'm going to have to make my own masks here for the top. Rather than, you know, risk just pressing them down while we're spraying and hoping for the best. So I might go in and make some masking tape masks of my own for that. Some of them are sticking really well. I've also noticed these two here also right on the curve are sticking up. So yeah, they are struggling a bit with the curves. And thinking about it, I don't think I've ever done much in the way of curve detail with latex masks. So I much prefer these masks over tape ones as a general rule. But yeah, maybe this is why some people dislike them, because they primarily do aircraft and it's a problem on curves. So yeah, don't know. Anyway, what we're going to do is next job is filling, and I've got some more masking to do. So here on the nose, for example, we have some masking down, and what we've done is we've painted that in a sort of a yellowy brown colour to emulate what you see on the actual aircraft, where the clear material sort of laps over each other. You get this funny mark, I don't know whether it's trapped moisture. I'm guessing it is, and it goes a sort of a yellowy colour. So we've painted that in, masked it off, and then we're going to mask over the whole thing with some Mascol, which is actually my very next job. And then we've got some filling to do. Despite my best efforts, I've still got a gap there at the nose, big enough for us to go in with a bit of plastic card and then finish off with some fine material. I do have a little bit of a lip, so that's a shame, but it is what it is. So I've got some sanding to do and panel lines to put back in. Tail's gone together pretty much okay. I've got a little bit of a gap between the two parts, but I didn't want to sand any more off. So what I'm going to do here is put a little bit of fillet in that seam there and just sand it flush, and then I can lock that into place ready for painting. But yeah, it's really nice. Guns are posable and so on and so forth. As you can see, we've painted the inside. You're seeing that as black, but it's actually aluminium on the inside. It's the same with the door here. But as you can see, I just went straight aluminium here without any black primer, because I wanted that to be a little duller, so I didn't want that to be quite as bright in this area here. Plus, when we put the black down on here, it'll have the same sort of effect as having black primer. So yeah, so in the main, pretty happy. Underneath, we have masked out the Bombay. I masked this about a week and a half ago, and then I've gone on holiday. You can see I've got some gap filling to do at the bottom here, pretty big gaps really. Yeah, so all of that to sort out. Bull turret's in, and it's got its interior colour painted on the exterior. so it won't matter when we come to paint over this now. So yeah, and I've ended up gluing that in position, so that's in its final position. But we've got good closure in other areas. This tailpiece, I don't know how other people are finding it, but generally doesn't fit. It's undersized compared to the rest of the fuselage. And at this part, I've got the fuselage both bottom and top together snugly, so it's not that I've not got that together and that's why this is narrower. There is a bit of a lip. I'm going to sand it a little bit, but I'm not going to worry about it too much because it is a natural panel line. Some of these panels are a little bit light, particularly things like the doors and stuff, and I'm a bit concerned that under paint we're going to lose them a little bit, so I might be doing a little bit of scribing as well. But that's where I've got to. I won't be, I haven't done anything with the undercarriage, haven't done anything with the engines yet. So my next job is to finish the masking, and then what I'm going to do is do the filling, the sanding, any panel line work that I feel needs to be done, and then we can give this a clean, and we're on first prime, and we'll be using the A-stand primer for that. So I've been thinking about how I intend to tackle the painting, and I think first comment is I'm probably going to prime in white the areas that are going to be yellow first, then paint the yellow, then mask all that off, then put the black primer down for the metal finish for the rest of the fuselage. When it comes to the black V's on this, I'm probably going to make my own paint masks, and I'm probably going to mask off the aluminium and then spray the black on. That makes most sense to me because it'd be difficult to see where we've painted black onto black primer. So yeah, and then I also need to consider the stars and bars. So anything that's going to have a colour on it, I'm going to paint first, and then we're going to do the aluminium on top of that. That makes, I think, makes most sense to me. So what we're doing is we're working from the bottom up, putting more masks down as we paint things like the stars and bars, you know, and then we'll build it all up so it's completely masked, and then away we go with the main event. So that's how I'm planning to do it. I do want to have some panel modulation, slightly different shades on some of the panels. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to do two things. We're possibly going to mask off, not fully decided yet, possibly going to put the primer down and then mask some of the panels off and put a gloss coat down, so that we get some that have more shine and therefore some that are more dull. So that's the first thing I want to do. And then we've got some, I can't remember if it's 2 or 3 different paints. So we're going to paint different panels in different colours and try and build that up a little bit. So what we'll probably do is paint everything in one colour, let that dry, seal it, then mask off some panels, paint the other colour, let it dry, seal it, paint some other panels and see where that lends us, and then blend it all in with the weathering. That's where I am. And then in between those stages where I've got paint drying or what have you, I can be building up, cleaning up the parts for the landing gear, building them up, painting those, same with the engines, and do that detail painting. So we'll be bobbing in and out of main fuselage and the other bits that need to be done. I'm still feeling like I'm on plan to get this finished by the end of the month, because we are now on the 2nd of June. So we have till the 1st of July, people. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop doing anything on the Scharnhorst whilst I get this finished. I've got plenty of material on the Scharnhorst. I've done quite a lot of the basic deck fittings now. I've got a lot of video footage, so I've probably got a couple of videos worth of Scharnhorst anyway, so I'm not losing anything by cracking on with this, and then we can get on with the next build. Okay, so that's where I'm up to. Where are you guys up to? I'd love to know. Please in the comments share with me where you're up to. If you are a YouTube channel and you're in this group build, then please put a link into your channel so everyone else can find your builds as well. So that would be amazing. Let's see where everyone's up to. If you've got any questions, anything that's troubling you, anything you're not sure of, please put it in the comments. Now I'm back from my holidays, I should have enough time to start answering those, and if and other people in the chat can also support, that's awesome. So let's help each other get over the line. So come on people, it's time to focus, get this done. We started off with 52. Inevitably you get some people dropping off, you know, life events happen, and you know, other things come along. Some people had other projects they wanted to finish first. What we will do on the 1st of July when it closes is we'll start asking people to send in their pictures, and by middle of July I will have a video up. So you might have a week or so into July to just finish off any last touches before you get your pictures to me. So that's where we're up to. Let me know where you're up to. I'd love to know. Are you still in? Have you had to drop out? Have you got any questions? How's your build going? Are you finished? Let us all know, and we will get back to you. Now, one or two people on the midway point sent me emails and their pictures didn't get in. One or two of you sent them a little bit late. One or two of them I missed. So for some reason, I'd received them. What I was doing was I was copying the emails into a folder, and for some reason I hadn't done that on a couple. So my sincere apologies. I will absolutely make sure that we get all of those pictures in for the final. I can't wait to see all these B-52s finished. We've got a fair few that are milk wagon like this, but they'll still all look different. That's quite clear from the halfway point, and we've got a lot of variety, different models, different scales. So yeah, the clock is ticking. So let me know how you're getting on. Enjoy your B-17 builds, and I will be putting out more build diaries very, very soon. Thanks for watching. You enjoy your modelling, and I will see you very soon. Bye for now. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so. It's free, and that way you won't miss my first impressions, my tool reviews, my product reviews, and any of my builds, including wooden model kits as well as plastic. It's all free, and if you'd like to support the channel, you can hit my PayPal link in the text below. Every pound goes straight into the channel to keep the cameras rolling and to do more fun stuff for you to watch.